AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. So Flea was trying to catch me. Y'all know who we be, man. We ain't hyped enough for you. Y'all boy getting serious already, man.
Ball suckers. We had a buzzer beater last night.
Live.
Big Flea. Never the little one. Never the little one, y'all.
Come on, man. As you went to the Terror Dome. Huh? Only 6 people in the building. Get your asses in here, man. I passed the 10-second mark. I got cursed now. I know how YouTube works. Flea, by the way. 10 seconds. All you got to do is wait 10 seconds. And the intro is like 9.
I don't say a damn thing. I just keep quiet. Monkey Wrench.
Monkey Wrench be having some ill comments.
Monkey Wrench is the GOAT. That's my guy. I like Monkey Wrench.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How we feeling, man?
Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm feeling all right. You know, I'm all right. A lot of Knicks shit to get to, man. So, you know, physically I'm feeling all right. Mentally, I got some shit to talk about, baby. I'm all right though. I'm all right.
Flea, how you feeling, man? I'm not gonna not ask you because then you're gonna accuse me of like favoritism and like, yo, I ain't on the fucking screen, Fabian. What you talking about right now? Huh? Thought you the light skin.
I'm here, brother.
Oh,
I'm here.
Stop the presses. She's in the building. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant Miss Darlene Bryant. Good evening, Miss Darlene Bryant. Please, y'all, say hey to the beautiful ladies, man.
Darlene B. What up, baby?
I know the drill. Hey, Monkey Wrench, chill, Monkey Wrench. Now, I mean, we gonna keep that low, you heard? You know what I mean?
Monkey Wrench, don't throw a monkey wrench in the mix. How dare
Please don't. Please, this nigga is right 0.000000001% of the time. And he's not even fucking right now. But go ahead.
Monkey Wrench, they say Monkey Wrench, they say it's your own people, man. You know, they say it's your own people, man. But you know, I concur, you know.
Come on, man. Let's get back at it. We talking about, y'all know what this is.
Knicks Rehab.
Come on, man. Knicks Rehab. You rehabbing with us. Not much of it today. 114-113 overtime victory. Knicks over the Portland TrailBlazers. Come on, man. 33 points from Mikal Bridges, 4 assists, 4 rebounds, 13 of 21, 21 shots. You know it was a big day for Mikal Bridges. We'll get to that in a second. 21 points from Karl-Anthony Towns, 7 rebounds. What's up with that, Cat? 23 and 7 for OG, 3 of 8 from 3. I like that. 11 points for Josh Hart, almost another triple-double. Jesus Louises. 11 rebounds, 9 assists, 4 of 14 from the floor, 2 of 6 from 3. We'll get to that in a second because PJ Tucker's in the building. 2-0 since PJ Tucker has arrived with the Knicks, and he instructed or is pushing Josh Hart to keep shooting. 27 points for how you say his name? Denny
Advia.
Denny Advia. How you got the V in front of the D, man? Get your shit together, Denny. 8 of 27 points. 7-11 from the floor. Oh, that's a free throw line. 4 of 8 from the 3-point line. I ain't trying to talk too much to him because he's big time. 15 rebounds for him. 12 rebounds for Klingon. 33 minutes. We'll get to that in a second. 21 points for Shaedon Sharpe. 3 of 8 from the field. 30 points for Scoot Henderson. Second year in the league. Shutting a lot of people up. Playing big time this year. Toumani Camara. Best contract in the league by far. It's not even close. Toumani Camara makes like $2 million a year. 14 points for him. But he's an awesome defender. Only 1 turnover. That's how you do it. But that ain't the news over here. Big Knicks over here. What you talking about, Toumani? Huh? AllBall. What's your reaction to the game? Because there was a big let up. excuse me, a big setup. Big Bridges set the tone. What happened, AllBall? How you feeling?
I mean, I don't care about nothing in Portland but Chauncey Billups. So miss me with whatever numbers they did. I don't care about none of that. Big win, great win on the road against a team that's been playing very solid. That is playing much better than it was last season. Big shout out Mikal Bridges. Finally came through. I'm not gonna give him props for something he should be doing all season. But once again, the Knicks, one of the best teams and one of the most entertaining teams to watch in the NBA. Great game. Just everything about it. But for me, I don't care about the game last night. I'm waiting for you to get to the meat and potatoes.
Because you ain't watched the game last. Because you ain't watched the game last night. Because you was asleep.
I didn't care about the game.
Because you was asleep.
Hold on, boy. We're gonna
you was fucking asleep. And you want to trash our coach. Let's get to that. We ain't got to talk about the game. Let's get to that.
So hold on. Let's break the game down, please. We ain't gonna skip the game. No, you break it down. You stayed up.
That was a hell of a game. I stayed up late last night because I thought my brothers might have would have stayed up late to catch it.
Nah, listen, young man. Listen. No, who cares, young man? So break the game down for us. What did you see
my
out
face,
there
right?
Nick?
I see you.
Hold on. Hey, Flea.
Yo.
Who gives? You said I can curse, right? Can I curse? I need to ask.
We passed the 10 seconds.
You know you can.
Who gives a fuck about the game? You know what we here to talk about. Glad for the win. I'm happy for the win. That was a great win. Overtime. Bridges with the game winner. But fuck all that. We got smoked. Bridges versus Tom Thibodeau. Who's telling the truth? Who's lying? Who do you believe? And what the hell is going on? Let's get to it, Fabian. Please, I would love for you to intro that as best as possible, being the best moderator that I've known forever.
Well, Mikal Bridges kicked off the night by calling out everybody and their mama. Well, Thibs and damn near his mama. God bless. I don't know if anything going on over there. But he basically questioned Thibs' minutes, the minutes rotation, the minutes police. Tom Thibodeau answered the media last night. His reply was, Mikal Bridges and I never had that conversation. He even referenced Jalen Brunson being 21st in the league in minutes played. Meanwhile, three of our 5 starters are in the top 5 minutes played in the league. And before the game, it was reported Mikal Bridges and Tom Thibodeau actually had a private discussion, and they went into the game after that private discussion. But it doesn't stop us from going to the meat and potatoes, as AllBall put it. Mikal Bridges has questioned Thibs' minutes, the rotations, the schemes, and how he can hold up, and why he really isn't producing either. How all that is affecting him, AllBall. What is your response to basically Thibs denying that he ever spoke with Mikal Bridges before last night, and what can happen in the future?
Wow. So for me, we all, praise Mikal Bridges for, saying what everybody's been thinking and has been saying about Tom Thibodeau. But Thibs' reaction, I don't know what to think of that, to be honest with you. I don't know if that was good or bad. I don't know if Thibs should have said that, to be honest with you. Because now, you're basically telling the world, Mikal Bridges, my player is lying on me. Never had no conversation. So for me, I've said it a while ago, Thibs lost the locker room. And I think when a coach loses the locker room, he has to go. Where he goes, don't care. He can go coach somewhere in Brokeback Mountain for all I give a fuck. But yeah, you know what I mean? But I don't know. Let me ask y'all a question. Do y'all think Thibodeau was telling the truth? Do y'all think he had no conversation with Mikal Bridges?
What do you think, Flea?
I think that he was caught off guard. I think that he did not expect to be put in that position to answer a question like that. I got to see the context. Like, I know I broke the news yesterday to y'all. Y'all did y'all thing yesterday. We talked about it. But what was asked of Mikal Bridges? Did he volunteer that? What was the question that was asked of him for him to even go into the minutes and guys on the bench being able to, we have enough and all? Was there a question that was asked? Where did that come from? Where did that soundbite come from?
We just saw it in the New York Post. Mikal Bridges asked him to reduce for the playing time. This is the exact quote per Stephen Bondy. Sometimes it's not fun on the body. You'll want that as a coach, but also talk to him a little bit, knowing that we've got a good enough team where our bench guys can come in and we don't need to play 48, 47 minutes. We've got a lot of good guys on this team that can take away minutes, which helps the defense, helps the offense, helps tired bodies being out there and giving up all these points. It just helps just keeping fresh bodies out there. Bondy noted that former Knicks big man Channing Frye recently blamed Tom Thibodeau, which was a significant problem in last
He's not a part of the team. I don't
give
a fuck about what Channing Frye got to say. He's not a part. He don't even know what's the inner workings of the locker room. So he could speculate all he wants. Okay, so I mean, for me, I just think that a good and bad thing, right? It lets the fans and the people that actually love the Knicks know that we're not bugging, or the people that feel like they're playing too many minutes are not bugging. But it also, he's a coach. He's a coach. He has a job to do. And we could talk about our bench, or he could talk about our bench all we want. What I'm looking at is not a good bench. We don't have a good bench. So he's in a bad spot. We could say Thibs Thibs overplays his guys. He runs his guys into the ground. They got Stephen A. I'll never respect anything that comes out of Stephen A.'s mouth going forward, ever. He's not credible anymore, and for me. So he could come in and say this is bad and all that type of shit. Everybody could say that. OG could say that till he's red in the face. OG don't got a replacement. Fabian don't have one. The Knicks brass don't have one. Stephen A. Smith don't have one. Nobody in the fucking comments has one. So we could keep talking about Thibs ain't this and Thibs ain't that. If you lose a locker room, you're going to lose games. We're a third seed. We're on the precipice of winning 50-plus games. That's losing a locker room? I just don't see it. I just don't see it like that. I don't see it like that. We could gas this all we want. I think the Knicks are surprisingly playing good basketball without Brunson. I think Bridges gets more shots when Brunson's not in the game. He's featured more. He gets to his spots way more often. He looks a lot better with Brunson off the floor. So it's really coincidental that the dude is talking about minutes now that he's actually playing well. But I digress. I'll let y'all have it because it's very coincidental that he's speaking up now as he's turning the corner playing good basketball. Hasn't said shit all season long as he stunk it up. Inconsistent. Trade 5 picks for him. But now he's speaking up because he's hitting the stride. So I don't know.
What was your original question, AllBall? I'm sorry.
No. Just real quick. So, for me, this is not a time for me to gloat and be like I was right. No. This ain't about none of that. We have quotes from legit platforms saying Mikal Bridges said what he said. Mikal Bridges did not come out and deny it. And then we also have soundbite in quotes from Tom Thibodeau saying he had no conversation with Mikal Bridges. My thing is this. We all know for a fact Tom Thibodeau coaches guys into the ground. We can go as far back as Derrick Rose. I watched the game where Chicago was up 20 and Derrick Rose stayed in the game and got injured. We watched the game where we was down big. Cat was subbed back in the game after people thought he was injured and hurt his knee. We watch guys like Josh Hart play 45 plus minutes, damn near 5-10 games straight. Even though we got a bad bench, it doesn't mean you have to play your starters all these minutes. We struggle with bad teams. We get smoked by good teams. My whole thing is Tom Thibodeau is not a good head coach. There is no coincidence that there's been rumors and allegations and people for years saying nobody wants to play for this man. Nobody. I've never heard nobody say I want to play for Tom Thibodeau. I've never heard no player say Tom Thibodeau is a great coach. I'm just saying, for me personally,
What do you disagree with, Flea?
Your beloved Jimmy Butler has raves about Tom Thibodeau. Derrick Rose raves about Tom Thibodeau. Joakim Noah raved about Tom Thibodeau. Every nigga on that 08 Boston team raved about Tom. Don't come on. What are we talking about?
Hold on. So let's stay right there. And my counter to that is which one of
Y'all
those
not
guys
gonna lie up here and say some bullshit. No, that ain't true.
But let's stay right there, bro. Because the same guys you mentioned are not in New York. Joakim is the only one who was out of his prime. So that's part of the problem. They could broadcast and promote that all they want to. Where they at? Jimmy Butler said, I ain't going over there. I love you. I know Thibs loves me, but I ain't going over there. Publicly, he said that on camera. So what I get out of this is because there's a lot that came when Mikal Bridges said. Josh Hart is not. That's why I said, oh, boy, Josh Hart and them, they can't come out and double down on that. You see today, or last night, he played neutral. Well, that's just background noise. Well, it's noise. You ain't deaf. You could hear that shit. We all heard it. And for me, the thing that stood out, Flea, was when Mikal Bridges broke down. Yo, if Shaman is hot, leave him in the game. That's the exact same shit AllBall was saying after campaign scored like 19 straight points. And it's not just him. It's a lot of guys. And it's a lot of things that we say. Again, people call it the minutes police and take one thing we say and they run. That's the internet. That's why you hate Stephen A. Smith right now. He may say some shit that people run with. And he says some shit that he doesn't intentionally. But there's certain facts that are facts. The minutes thing was here, his reputation before he got here. And we were looking for it. And early on, like I always said, it was okay to create a culture like that. But now we're trying to get to a championship level. Mikal Bridges broke down all the schemes, all these things that affect him and his play. I can't do what I really want to do because I'm playing too many minutes. I'm an Iron Man for a reason. These things affect me. And that's what I got out of that. We can't avoid what he said. And what I didn't like about that response, AllBall, is regardless if you had a conversation with Mikal Bridges or not, a reporter is coming to you saying this is now what's in the air. So for you to just call him a liar, okay, cool, he's a liar. But now it's in the air, bro. Your player, he called you out. He called you out. And I disagree with you, AllBall. Forget about what he did beforehand. Dipset Cat had an introduction. Josh Hart had that stupid Ja Rule introduction with the New York song. Everybody, Jalen Brunson, they all put the heat on themselves and when they came to New York. Mikal Bridges ain't never had no intro. This was his intro. And he doubled down and got the game winner. That was magical. We can't avoid that. We've been talking shit about him all year, and he showed improved. So for him to do that, this is big time for him. All 5 draft picks. He put it all on the line. So I gotta respect, including calling out the coach. Nobody does that. Someone in his position, bro, you ain't balling to be talking like that. All right, I'm balling tonight. So I respect everything about what Mikal Bridges said, because Flea said that yesterday, that he respected it. That's the first thing Flea said. I respect what Mikal Bridges did, and so do I, because you put it on the line, put the spotlight on yourself with Brunson out. His man is out, and Mikal Bridges showed up, bro. So I love everything about this, because yeah, Flea, Thibs on the hot seat, bro. You on the hot seat, Papa. This, to me, that's all the front office. This was, I'm not going to grab the hat. I ain't going to grab the fitted, Flea. But this is all La Cosa Rosa. And they pricked his finger. Yo, you got to do something for us, man. I just find it very strange that he's the one that did all that. I find it very strange that he needed that boost. He wasn't scared of the moment, Flea. Let's be honest. That's 2 big moments in New York for him. Who's done that? Call out the coach. It's not no random coach. It's Coach Thibs that everybody wants fired. And he got the ball in his hands to win the game. Dog, he's building that ice in there. I loved everything about yesterday.
watching the game with my best friend last night, and he's like, "Oh shit, they got Bridges inbounding the ball. Like, who's the ball gonna go to?" I said,
The
"Yo,
most
listen."
dangerous,
I said, "Watch
player
the
on the
inbound." I
court.
said, "Watch the inbounder. I don't give a fuck who's inbounding. Watch the inbounder." And he got that dribble handoff, got it right back, and hit that shit with confidence. So,
Flea, somebody got to draw up that play, right?
they do.
The same guy he called out drew the play up for him. Like, all right, big dog, you was doing all that talking. I love everything about yesterday. That's what sports is about.
But see, here's the thing. So who drew it up there, OG? You? you drew it up?
Yo, listen. Y'all, listen. You listen, you can yell all you want, nigga. I'ma yell back. Tom Thibodeau ain't draw that shit up. The players drew that shit up. Y'all know damn well Tom Thibodeau ain't draw that play up. That man is on the sideline. I said this and I let Flea cook because Fabian just killed that.
Yes.
I'm gonna say this. I said this a couple months ago. I said Tom Thibodeau on the sideline looks miserable. He doesn't look like he's coaching. He doesn't look like he's doing anything. So miss me with because it looked like we was a basketball team for once at the end of a game. I'm not giving Tom Thibodeau props for that because once again, that's how it's supposed to be. That a Flea, what I said a while ago. His body language for months now. Now it's starting to surface. We starting to see why. That means these talks, these rumblings has been happening. And Tom Thibodeau wasn't happy. Imagine being a coach and maybe your third or fourth best player is questioning you. Remember, just because Brunson and Josh Hart haven't been saying anything doesn't make it right. So now you got a guy like Bridges who's going, yo, Thibs, I need to holler at you. Yo, bro, you playing us too many minutes, bro. Thibs may be saying in the back of his mind, nigga, Hart and Brunson ain't saying that. Get out of here. My thing is this. I've been on this thing for a while now, and I've been consistent. Tom Thibodeau, and I know Flea's going to fry me for this, is not a good head coach. He never was, and he never will be. We got a new thing where we say sample size. I've seen enough sample size from Tom Thibodeau to understand if you want to be a team that's going to get to a championship and win a championship, he cannot be your head coach. I'm sorry. Mikal Bridges called him out. Tom Thibodeau reacted totally wrong. As a head coach, as an OG, as a guy that's been around forever, you're supposed to no comment that. You're supposed to no comment that. You can respond to everything else, Flea, but we already know. Flea, if I got smoke with one of my kids and one of y'all go, yo, too, so what's going on with you on the two? No comment. I'm not commenting y'all about that.
That nigga's business. Yeah.
Right. You can ask me anything else, and then once this interview is over, oh, me and Mikal Bridges going to have a discussion. But I'm not going to throw him under the bus like that. Even if it's true. See, I'm built different. Flea, even if it's true, I'm never going to throw you under the bus. If me and Flea never have a conversation, I'm still never going to tell nobody, not me, if I don't know what y'all talking about. No comment. I talked to my brother once behind the scenes. So for me, that just shows me how much smoke it is. And this didn't come out of nowhere. Things like this don't come out of nowhere. This didn't just happen the other day. No, this has been brewing and brewing and brewing. And like my man, Macho Man Randy Savage said, but he said, the foam, how you say it?
Yeah, go ahead, baby.
The foam rises to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know Fabian in heaven right now. You make a wrestling reference, Fabian lose his mind.
Come on, man. Come on, not me, please. So, like I said, I'm gonna let you cook. Just my whole thing is the Knicks organization. You know, a lot of us is smart out here. A lot of us, we actually watch the games, Flea. We look at the sidelines. We see body language. We see all of that. And what Fabian said a little while ago was correct. That game, and I seen that live. I think I hit y'all while I was at the game. When Campaign hit the and 1-3, knocked the free throw down, and got subbed out the game, and he was on fire. That right there, to me, around that time, I think that's when, because Campaign looks like a guy that don't hold his tongue. Pause, you ain't got to like him. We know he dance a lot and all this and that. But he had words for everybody walking across that bench. And I think right there, Flea, it proved and showed that, I'm gonna be honest, that was a what the fuck are you doing moment to a coach. Like you said, if a bench player is cooking, let him cook. So for me, I think this is a problem that's been brewing for a long time, and I've said it for a while. I said it before everybody even thought about thinking like this. I said in the beginning of the season, Tom Thibodeau is on the hot seat. And now we see why. It's because of his coaching. It's because of his mentality. It's because of how he carries himself as far as a coach with those players. It's just not no good. I'm sorry. And for me, I think the jig is up, and I think he's done.
Yeah, our bench consists of guys that can give you spot minutes. Our bench does not consist of guys that are rotation players. And I think that's very, very different thing. You've got a lot of guys in the NBA that you can put in for 2 to 3 minute spells. And then you got guys that come off the bench that could lead a second unit, right? And those two things are very different. And I just want to remind, I know y'all understand that, but I just want to remind the rest of the Knicks faithful, our family, that, yeah, they have moments, but the bench that we have does not consist of guys that would make rotations in other lineups in the NBA. They just wouldn't. They just would. Deuce would struggle being a rotation guy somewhere else. He'd have to prove himself. Campaign, no. Shamit, no. Those guys were out of the league. They were not productive players last year. So now we ask them to do this. We're asking them to support one of the best starting lineups of all time, right? When they dropped that stat, we're asking them to support them. Think about the tall tasks we're asking them to do, and they're not even real rotation guys. So I'm gonna keep talking about our bench. I know that Thibs has that reputation of running guys in the ground. Mikal Bridges' numbers, his minutes per game are up like 4.5 minutes. I think I sent y'all a stat that I was digging. Because I want to understand. Mikal Bridges is inefficient for the first time in his career. Why? Well, he's inefficient because the motherfucker is tired. He's tired. He's playing more minutes than he's ever played in his career. Iron Man, great. But it's tacking on like years to his career just playing one season with the Knicks.
On that, Flea, what you said earlier was Bridges' minutes are up 4.5 minutes on average prior to being a Knick. That's 7.5 games per season worth of minutes more than he's used to, not including the playoffs.
What?
LOL.
That's insane. That is insane. You just reading that. That's insane. So,
but now that you're on that subject, right? Shout out to Tommy Beer. He tweeted this last night or earlier today. Even with that depth, AJ Mitchell, a rookie selected 4 spots after Kolek, is averaging 16.5 minutes for OKC. Would he play 16.5 minutes for Thibs? If Mark Denote coached the Knicks, would Kolek be a DNP every night, even with Brunson injured? Rookie Jalen Tyson is averaging 10 minutes per game for Kenny Atkinson in Cleveland. Would he average 10 minutes a game for Thibs? If Kenny A or Denote coached the Knicks, would Bridges and Hart and OG play over 37 minutes per game? And I just thought that was a fair point because we've been clamoring about somebody that this ain't like redacted, saying like no other rookies we're talking about. But Kolek is somebody we felt like got game. He looked like baby Brunson out there. He looks like he could handle himself, and we just want to see it. There's no way the Steve Kerrs of the world. Come on, Denote and Atkinson are currently coaching championship contenders, which, from what I was told, rookies don't play on championship contending teams. They could look forward to seeing no minutes, and these are second-round picks that were picked after Kolek. That's my issue with it. It's always been my issue with Thibs, the rotations and stuff like that. The clock, like the other thing about this is, why aren't we looking at the assistant coaches for these teams? The guy that is coaching Toronto right now, Darko, he coached for Sacramento. He was with Billy Donovan. Then he went with Denote, if I'm not mistaken. I think he was on Memphis as well. The note was Billy Donovan's assistant, coach from in Florida. Like, we could keep pointing to all these guys. So I say all that to say, these guys, it doesn't take people from the new era to coach like that. Steve Kerr is not from this era. He played in the 90s when Thibs was on the bench. They probably the same age. That's my beef with all this. And again, Mikal Bridges, he echoed exactly what we feel. And it's what's worse is that he's telling you, dog, you can't, I'm not gonna play like that. I'm gonna play. I'll do whatever you want, but expect this from now on. So, and I want to say this, AllBall, that last play, I'm not sure if it was, I don't know, but it was melodramatic, bro, because I don't know if Thibs did it like, you talking all that shit. Let's see what you do now. Like, I don't know if he set him up, but you still got to give him credit for that, number one, for drawing it up and challenging Mikal Bridges. And of course, give Mikal Bridges props for accepting the challenge and delivering. And yo, they delivered on just pure drama. That whole day, them 5 hours. Oh boy, get out of here, man. Fix your face, man. That shit was fire.
No, but I'm not saying it's fire. I'm just laughing at the comments because for me, for one, let's not forget we shouldn't have been in overtime with the Portland TrailBlazers. Let's get to let's talk real facts.
Yes, we should have.
No, we shouldn't have, Flea. No, we shouldn't have, Flea. I love you. We can respectfully disagree.
Well, hold on. What makes you say that then? Break that down. Why should we?
Because we're a better basketball team. We the 3rd seed. We got better players. We shouldn't have been in the overtime with Portland. We shouldn't have been in the overtime with Chicago. Stop it, man. I'm not gonna give Mikal Bridges super duper props for one game when he's been inconsistent all season. He gets enough shots. He's on the floor enough. He's inconsistent. Did he have a great game? Yes. But now let's see what happens in the future. Let's see if this snowballs something. But we are not going to all of a sudden now say, well, I know the picks don't mean nothing now. Oh, what I got to say about Mikal Bridges now? It's one fucking game. What about the last 20 games where he's been literally inconsistent? For me, like I said, Tom Thibodeau is not a good head coach. On top of that, you play guys too many minutes. On top of that, you don't know how to utilize the bench. Flea, okay, I don't want to argue with you. We don't have a great bench. I agree with that. But if guys are playing well, keep them in the game. That gives the starters a rest. He doesn't know how to do none of that stuff. He doesn't know how to adjust. He doesn't know how to do anything. Let's be realistic. And Mikal Bridges, like he said, which we've been saying, bro, if Shaman is cooking, keep him in the game. How many times do we see the reserves cooking, and then once he puts the starters back in the game, we either lose the lead or it just fucks up the chemistry on the floor? That one time he kept Deuce in the game and kept Mikal Bridges on the bench. What happened? I said, did I not give him props? I said, oh shit. He finally did it. So for me, I have a hard time giving Thibs props because watching him coach from Chicago to Minnesota to the Knicks, I don't see what everybody else sees. And if we're ever going to try to contend or win a championship, his coaching style is not going to win you a championship. We all know basketball. We all watch the game long enough. We watch the game. Nobody can tell me if I give you 10 coaches to pick from to coach your team, nobody's going to pick Tom Thibodeau. How many years have we been hearing players say, which nobody puts their name on it, but how many times we've been hearing over the years, I don't want to play for Tom Thibodeau. That's why I don't want to go to the Knicks. How many analysts we heard say what we've been saying, whether we think they watching us or not. So for me, this is not no myth or nothing that's coming out the sky. So with all of that, and then watching his coaching style, watching his body language on the sideline, watching the coaching staff and assistant coaches he picked, no, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Like I said, the Knicks, the game was great. Fire. All our games is great. But some of these games that goes down to the wire, where guys got to play a lot of minutes to get burnt out, when we play games against teams that we should be beating in the first or second quarter, how the great teams do us, I'm not going to sit up here and gloat and brag about Bridges having one good game out of his last 10, 15 games. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry. I'm going to be a stickler and I'm going to be a hater. That's me.
But I've been on Bridges all year long. So it's not about here's the MVP award or here's this gold medal. It's not about that. It's about the fact that he never challenged himself from what we understood. He's been trying to duck screens. He can't get around screens. Every assignment that he has, he's failed at in our eyes. And yesterday was a big moment for him. All eyes were on him. The only thing missing was if it was at the Garden. They're on the road doing this, and they do a lot of big, public events away from the Garden because they know there's a lot of smoke here in New York for you, waiting for you. But that's why I gotta give Bridges his props, bro. We've never seen him do this all season long, and it sets the table for what we want at the end of the day. Now you gain more power, more leverage. You found a scapegoat in Thibs. He's out of here. That's how I feel. This is the beginning of the end for Tom Thibodeau, Flea. That's how I feel about this. There's no way they're not looking at other assistant coaches. There's no way they're not looking for other coaches in general. Mike Malone, whoever you got to trade draft picks for, whatever. Bridges has another member. Remember, Dante DiVincenzo earned his name in New York City. Mikal is looking at that last season. He's hearing us. He knows, he was my Villanova brother was killing last year. And they were talking championship last year, regardless of how much we forgot that. And somehow we're not talking about that, and we're supposed to be with Mikal Bridges. He knows that, and I love the fact that he came through. That's not to say Thibs proved something yesterday, old boy. I'm not going to say that because you're right. His reputation speaks otherwise. I would never give him that, Flea.
Hey, Daniel Hallett, if you're new here, my brother, we watch games. We are probably the realest Knicks Rehab. Knicks Rehab is the realest Knicks page you're gonna get. So if you just stumbled here today, we appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. We watch the games, we report on the games, but this is what we do. This is what we do, and this is what I do. I address niggas like you in comments. This is what I do. They can't control me all the time. This is what I do. I'm gonna spend 2 minutes because you needed your 2 minutes.
Yeah, because Flea, I was ignoring that nigga the whole time. Appreciate
I just
that,
wanted
Flea.
to let him know he stumbled on the right spot. He's in the right spot, and if he's not, don't let the doorknob hit you.
No. You know what? No. You know what? Just real quick. Big shout out, Dan. You Hollett, right? I give you 5 seconds. Mikal Bridges had a great game on Christmas. What happened between Christmas and the other night? Where was the next great game? Go ahead, Flea. I'm sorry. Just hopefully he can respond to that in the chat.
Fabian don't like when we do this. It's all right. Fabian, you'll be all right.
Whoa. Hold on. No. I don't like. Let's be clear, Flea. Don't be misquoting me. I don't like when you block these motherfuckers. That's what I don't like. Let them come up here, talk they talk.
Why you
talk your talk? Mike, what's his name? Michael.
Why you dry snitching? You dry snitching.
Ain't no dry snitching. It is what it is. You over here trying to call me out? Nah. I like the fact that because that he's a fan like us and he's pointing back to Christmas, and now we got a challenge. Yo, bro,
for sure.
You ain't coming to us about one game in the last 60. You can't do that. You can't come in the comments trying to holler us about. What are you talking about? We're talking about not you, Flea. 2 games in the last 60 on offense.
Nigga said he had 41 on Christmas. Talk about that. Come on, man.
But there was some moments. Look,
yeah, you ain't fair.
Is there a handful of moments? You got your
show. We had no. Flea, do your thing. We ain't gonna do that, man. Flea, we ain't gonna do that.
Flea, but hold on. It's 2025, man.
Huh?
It's 2025. We 3 months into the new month. This guy talking about Christmas and Santa Claus.
But no. On a serious note, Bridges because inconsistent.
Hold on. Hold on. I hope we didn't. Did we chase another guy out of
here? Hold on. I'm trying to give Bridges some props without y'all going crazy. There have been moments, for sure. There have been moments.
I fucking hate when Flea does this, old boy. Trying to get diplomat. Flea being more diplomatic. Get out of here, Flea. What happened?
I'll be on bullshit. Y'all be ready to get me out of here. I'm trying to bring the balance.
I'm sorry. Bridges trying to give him his props.
No, I'm just saying. We got him here because we wanted him to play defense. Obviously, we need him to score. But there have been spots, right, during this season where he's come through defensively. That game against Brooklyn, that one game-winning block against Brooklyn, holding Halliburton to 0 for 8 shooting when we played against Indian at home. There was a game-winning block against Chicago one time. There's been moments. He's had moments, but the word for him is absolutely inconsistent. 1,000%. The dude has been inconsistent. And for him to show up last night after saying what he said into the media, I think is a big deal, OG. Like, you got to look at him with, he's got to have some kind of balls. He's got to have some kind of pulse, right? This is a guy that we've been looking to all year. Act like you've been here. Act like you want to be here. And every night it's a toss-up. Is Bridges going to play well tonight? Is he not going to play well tonight? I think we glossed over it. I said it. None of y'all said anything to me about it. But he has played better since Brunson's been out. Am I right or wrong? Does he not look better?
Hold on, Flea, just real quick. I just want to tell Daniel Hollett, it's all love over here. You know, sometimes we got to say that because one thing with us, we love our subscribers. We love all y'all that support. Sure. It's all love. It's never personal. So it's all love. If you notice, we don't block nobody. We respond to everybody as much as possible. Big shout out Daniel Hollett. No, hold on. No, I like that he's a Flea. I like that he's challenging us in the comment section. I love everybody always challenges us, and all of y'all in the comment section. It's too many of y'all to name, but y'all always challenge us. Y'all don't always agree with us. So I just want to say it's all love, but we really appreciate when y'all challenge us. So when y'all see us get crazy and go back at y'all, that's just justifying us in the great Knicks fans that all of us are. So big shout out Daniel Hollett. Big shout out to everybody in the chat.
Flea, look at King's Speech over there.
Leave him alone.
You think you slick?
Leave him alone. That's our guy. King's Speech is the best. Leave him alone. Real quick, OG said, why did we go into overtime last night with a team that we were better than? Real quick, let's just break this down real fast. We did not outplay them last night. We had one possession where we were better than them. Portland turned the ball over 24 times. I had to watch the game to know that, Daniel Hollett. Listen, they turned the ball over. There were a lot of possessions where they did bonehead things on the defensive end. We gave them chance after chance to stay in the game last night. Scoot Henderson, last night was the first time I watched Scoot in like 2 seasons where I was fully impressed. I think I told you that offline, Fabian. I was extremely impressed with the way Scoot Henderson played from beginning to end, especially how he ended the game. The only reason we was in overtime, the only reason we had to squeeze the juice out of whatever we had last night was because Scoot Henderson was kicking Deuce McBride's ass last night. Deuce could not do shit with him last night. Anything he wanted, every opportunity he could get to the rim, he chose to. That kid Kamara, they got one. They got a great defender. They got a guy that going forward, he will be an all-NBA defender. Like a Herb Jones, like a OG Anunoby. He's gonna be in that type of class where he's gonna be a solid defender. I'm just saying, OG, we are a better team than them, but we did not play better than them last night. Denny Avdia had the game of his life last night. As good as Bridges was, he was giving Mikal fits on the defense on the defensive end. Anything he wanted, any shot he wanted, and then not to mention he almost had 20 rebounds last night. That team played well. They've been playing well over the last 2-3 weeks. So for us to go into overtime, which we are 6-1 in overtime, so you don't really want to see the Knicks in with 5 extra minutes. You give us 5 extra minutes, we're gonna get to it. So I don't know.
Flea, you great breakdown, right? As always. But my point I'm trying to make is it was no shade to Portland. I know Portland is playing great basketball, right? This season.
You know why I did that. Go ahead. But you
but my point I was trying to make is when I said we shouldn't have been in the overtime with Portland is because even when we're fully healthy, we have 2 starting all-stars. We have, like we always agree, sometimes we don't agree, but OG is one of the best wing defenders in the league, and he's starting to step up offensively. We have a guy, Mikal Bridges, that we think should play at the level that he played the other night. And we got Josh Hart, who's the probably the best Army Swiss knife in the game right now. And we struggle against the bad teams. Like Portland is bad compared to OKC and all the other good teams. So for me, when we go into overtime against a Chicago Bulls team that's depleted and we have all of our guys, we shouldn't be in overtime. So that's my point.
But see, even with that, to me, the Chicago games, Portland games, and Toronto games have all been dangerous for every single team because those coaches and they get their players to go for whatever reason. Utah, I'm not scared of because they're straight tanking. They don't care. But some games early on, they might steal from the Wizards.
We went into Utah and lost, right? We went into Utah this year and lost.
Right, but that was early on, I think, but they're going
Right.
through this little tanking thing. I don't know what to expect from them, is what I'm saying. Portland at any given night, bro, I'm watching it. You just can't put a bag down on that. Toronto was covering a whole bunch of games. So when you watch it that way, and Chicago, I'm really starting to believe the guy. I got to be convinced otherwise, that Billy Donovan is the most underrated coach in the league. He got all these different ball players that play up. Yo, Josh Giddey was another guy that was written off besides Scoot Henderson, Flea. Josh Giddey been written off, and he's been getting triple doubles and keeping his team in ball games. But what do they have there? The coach is the consistent. There's the constant there. Same thing with Portland. So certain teams, I'm like, I don't know. Portland don't have a Cade Cunningham. Cade Cunningham right now, I told Flea, AllBall the other day, Flea, yo, he's better than John Morant. He's better than John Morant. He plays ball. He knows the game. Portland doesn't have those guys running the point guard. If they had a guy like that, then you'll be seeing what they can bring out of them, because that's the guy who could take Billups' vision to the next level. Those are that Brunson can take Thibs or whatever coach their vision to the next level. OKC got a bunch of those guys, it feels like. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Cleveland. Boston, you got Tatum, Donovan Mitchell. They can take your coach's vision to another level. So Portland's missing that guy, but they have a bunch of guys that can compete with you. We said it before the game, AllBall. You better not go in there thinking it's going to be an easy win. These ain't the Wizards. And you in the West Coast. These ain't them Wizards, man. They don't got
Clingan.
Billups
Did
over
you
there.
mention Clingan? Did you mention Donovan Clingan? The white boy that has officially taken DeAndre Ayton's spot? You could send him home. Send him back to the Virgin Islands. Goodbye.
Yeah, but fellas, both of y'all, I totally agree. And like I'm gonna say it again, it's no knock on Portland and how great they've been playing in the good season they're having. I'm just saying, you know, it has to come a time and point with our Knicks that if we're thinking about championship and playing championship level type basketball, yes, I agree. Anybody can lose on any given night. It's the NBA, it's sports. But there's too many nights, night in and night out, where we struggle against teams we shouldn't struggle against. Now, I'm not saying we should have blown Portland out. I'm not saying it shouldn't have been a good game. For it to go down to the wire in overtime, I have a problem with that, because it's not like it was OKC, Boston, Cleveland, late. Like, it's not like it was one of those. So, like I said, we can all agree to disagree. But for me, when I look at that, those are signs for me that when we get in the playoffs, if we struggling like this, how are we gonna play great against the big dogs? So for me, it's too much of that. I'm sorry. And
but real quick, I don't mean to cut you off. Rightfully, and King's speech spoke to the turnovers that the Knicks had late game, right? Like the Lakers, to me, they can only win the championship if they have 16 straight games of miracle down to the wire games, and then it's LeBron and Luka down to the wire. You don't want that for 15 games, right? The Knicks, what do we complain about with Brunson up until this season? Crunch time. Those last seconds of a game. We need these situations to see if anybody else could do something. Brunson is the guy always inbounding, as a matter of fact. He's the guy always inbounding. In crunch time, I'm like, yo, why is he always the 6-foot guy? To see Bridges do that, we need that, and maybe reference it to see what he can and can't do. Josh Hart specifically said, yo, Klinger's going to be on me. Bridges, pump fake the pass a little bit, and I promise you're going to be open. To read that, even though it's the Portland Trailblazers, we need those situations to go back to and be like, yo, remember we did that? Let's show that and flip it. You always got to decoy. You always got to show something different, especially when you need to put this in these guys, ingrain it into these people, whether or not Thibs is here, whether or not he's here. These guys got to learn each other. They have to. So this is a big moment. I don't want to take anything away from it, because what else we going to get from this season where we don't expect the championship?
When he hit the shot, first thing I said out of my mouth to my man, I said, I hope this builds his confidence. I hope that he takes tonight, after saying what he said, after getting your number called, after having a great game. He had a great game last night, right? Shot the ball well, came through for us. They could have easily called Cat's number. They could have easily went to a whole different direction. Thibs could have fucked us all up and went to a whole different direction. He went to the hot hand. So all I'm saying is I hope that this builds his confidence, lets him know that, yo, you are an important piece to this team. Why we've been screaming all season long, why we've been so hard on you all season long, is because we have expectations for you. You're not just a throw-in where, okay, again, like we was talking about spot minutes, being a rotation guy. No, this guy's a starter. OG was so pissed off at him 2 months ago. He said, "Can he start anywhere?" And he was right. At that moment, he was playing bad. So I understood it.
Answer this for me and then all ball.
Yep.
How does he keep his confidence going, and what can he prevent it? How can he prevent it from going back to what it was?
Let me take this, OG, and then I'll give it to you. I just think that it clearly looks like when Bridges is vocal, when Bridges is not insecure, when he steps up and understands that he's a lottery pick, that he's one of the better players in this league, that he's a starter in the NBA, that he can hit big shots. They had a stat last night, Fabian. They said last night was the most lead changes in a game since a game in 2023. And in that game in 2023, it was Bridges who hit the game winner against Atlanta. So he was a part of the last 2 games that had the most lead changes. All I'm saying is that, like, these things got to bring confidence to that young man. And if he could just build confidence off of that, be vocal, continue to speak up. You ain't got to be the quiet church mouse nigga that you thought we was expecting from you the first 41 games. No, talk up. Yo, this is not working. Brunson, I need the ball here. We need to get Cat more involved. Hey, if Sherman is hot, keep him in the game. We've been asking about who is going to be our vocal leader. Maybe we got a couple. Maybe it's Josh Hart one night. Maybe it's Bridges the other night. Maybe it's Brunson the next night. We might have to do it as a committee. But at the end of the day, he got to stay aggressive. He has to stay vocal, and we have to look for him. It's a two-way street. Brunson can't come back, and now Bridges goes back to 8 shots a game. That can't be it.
Great points. I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench in it. Big shout out monkey wrench in the building.
Big shout out monkey wrench.
So for me, this comes with coaching. Tom Thibodeau has to figure out a way. Okay, when you have Cat and Brunson on the floor at the same time, they got to get their shots. They have to get their shots. Then now you have OG who stepped up tremendously offensively. Play Mikal Bridges more with the second unit and let him be the go-to guy. You have to figure that out. When he's on the floor with the starters, he gets shots. He just don't knock them down. Now, does he deserve more shots? I agree. So you know how you fix that? You know the solution to that? Play him more with the second unit. Simple. And let him cook. So for me, now I could be wrong, but once again, this is where great coaching comes in, Flea. A coach, front office, organization, has to assess that and go, okay, where's Bridges most comfortable at? Because once again, we can feel how we want to feel about Brunson. Nobody's going to get more shots than Brunson. And then it just so happened he's the point guard, so he's going to have the ball in his hands. So I agree with you,
That's the recipe for winning.
Right. I once again, at this point, it's not because we didn't win a championship. So I agree with you. But once again, I don't know why I keep saying once again, right? But Tom Thibodeau, this is a problem, and I said it the beginning of the season, right, fellas? He's going to have to coach his ass off if we're going to be successful. So for us to come up with these ideas and the fucking head coach of an NBA team can't understand that, how do you not understand when Bridges is in there, his confidence may not be too high because he's not getting the shots up because Brunson and Cat, and then now the emergence of OG offensively. You know what? Let's see how Bridges looks more on the floor with the reserves. Because when he's on the floor with Deuce in the reserves, he's the number one option. It's not even close. So for me, those are things that Thibs has to figure out. I'm sorry.
Yo, Fish so stupid. You doing a mic check? You doing a mic check, OG?
Nigga said I glitched.
That's funny as hell.
Yo,
that's funny as hell.
Nah, nigga said I glitched. I don't know what that was.
Nah, the nigga said you doing a mic check to this. Yeah, y'all got me? All right, cool. Y'all got me.
That's his code word. Once again,
that's the code word. Pull up. He's at home. Flea is home. Pull up. Get that nigga. He's home. Serve the warrant. Nah, that shit funny as hell, man. Nah, man.
Fish,
Listen,
what the how does Fish even get to these things, man?
I don't know. Fish is insane. Listen, that's a great point though, OG. That's a great point because King Speech just said it. We are so predictable. Every team, every 29 teams in the NBA right now understands our substitution pattern. There's no guessing. They know with 5 minutes left in the first quarter, he's gonna pull Cat and he's gonna put in. At one point it was Precious. Now he's going with Mitch. Start of the second quarter, he'll start Cat or he'll put Cat back in, and Cat will play with the second unit a lot of times. He may need to see what it looks like for Bridges playing with the second unit. I like that. I like that tweak. Maybe we could do something different. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt because we are in no position to say that we can't move things around because we are a championship level team. We don't want to mess things up, and we ain't that. We building chemistry. We could still tweak and figure out. Okay, that worked. Let me roll with that.
No, Flea, calm down, man. We good, man. We in the proper position, man. In the proper position. So one thing I gotta see. Only one thing I gotta see. Only one thing I gotta do.
Keep your eyes on the prize, baby mama.
What? Basketball season is heating up, and Prize Picks is the best place to get real money action while watching your favorite sports. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win and receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. Run your game.
Baby Bubba.
Thank you, Ray. Thank you for letting me do that. You don't let me do that too often. Thank you, my brother. Appreciate you.
Listen, man, I told you, man, I'm out here Jason Kidding it. That's the what?
Yeah. Good pass. That was a great pass.
I mean, listen, we had to do something because usually Flea sees a comment, he be going crazy. And you know, we got actual footage of what Flea does in the comments. He's running down to the Royal Rumble.
Yo, these niggas,
yo, y'all too good, man. Y'all too good, man.
RP the GOAT. RP the fucking GOAT, man. We gotta love RP, man. I know that came from you dirty dog. You dirty dog.
Y'all too good, man. I love the chat, man.
Dog,
I wish we had time to like literally, just individually give all y'all props one by one. But yo, man, I really rocks with y'all. Y'all be having us crying. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you. Thank y'all for real.
I always love how AllBall takes the time. Flea always takes the time to give y'all props. By the way, thank you, King Speech, for reminding me. We're 55 subscribers away from 10,000. And it's been a long journey. Always enjoy 3 of my brothers on the screen. I want to live in a moment during every one of these seconds with you guys in the comments. Trust me, I speak for all of us when we are just beyond thankful to be able to just get on here and you guys roasting us, going, flowing with us, challenging us with whatever. But we also want y'all to help us with, whatever merch, whatever everybody else does, whatever you guys can think of that we can do in real time so we could get this thing going. We work really hard on and off the screen to make sure that we get this thing going because we really love doing this. AllBall says it. A lot of things that he says, y'all think he's trolling and y'all don't understand. We really love the game. Like, we really love the game and we feel like y'all do too because there's no way y'all don't feel what we feel and come on here every day with us and rock with us. And we just want to make sure we do this thing the right way. We don't want to screw anybody over. We're trying to make sure that everybody's just getting to the next level and we can just challenge whoever is supposed to be the best because we think we the best, respectfully. And we need y'all help, to be honest with you. Just show us the way a little bit. We 55 away. Just share. Share, like, comment, subscribe. It's in the phrase already. But yo, we love y'all. And just totally appreciate before we hit the 10K, because that's such a big mark, AllBall.
Yeah, you know, I don't want to get emotional because, you know, I know where we started. You know, I remember talking to myself and didn't realize I was talking to myself because I didn't know how to work social media at all. You know, so, you know, to get to where, you know, we actually have real people in the comments, no bots, real engagement, and it means a lot because y'all really have to realize, like, we prep for this. Some of us have to be to work 4 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7, 8 in the morning. You know, so, you know, we really look forward to doing this. And for me, because I never speak for my brothers, I allow them to speak for themselves because they grown. But for me, I look forward to the chat. I look forward to see who's going to be in the building. I'm looking forward to seeing, you know, the people that reoccurs all the time. Like I said, it's so many of y'all, but on our way to 10K. Only thing I can say is please like everything, share, like, subscribe, tell a friend. But please just help us get to the next level because y'all gonna get there with us. One thing with us, man, we you know, gotta give out a shout out to Kel's Uncle Weiss, Dom Driver, and so many other people that was there on this journey. We're just getting started. But you know, just appreciate everybody. And you know, we the most 3 genuine brothers up here on this social media platform that shows real love, and we really appreciate everything. We do this out the kindness of our heart because we love it. We don't make a dime from this. And we show up to work every day. We don't complain. And we just love what we do. And before I let Flea cook, I tell everybody, you could be better than me at the game. You could look better than me at the game, but you don't love the game more than me. That is a fact. I don't care who it is. But appreciate all y'all, man. Real talk, man. I can't say it enough. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, I probably I probably can't follow up with what my 2 brothers just said. I don't really like none of you niggas in the comments, to be honest with you. I love y'all. I don't really like y'all, but I love y'all, right? I love y'all. Extremely appreciative to be able to do this with y'all on a daily basis, right? Not once a week, not twice a week, not once a month. Y'all anticipate seeing these 3 faces every day, right? And we come here and we rap with y'all, and none of this is scripted. None, you know, we prep. Don't get it wrong. Don't think we this great by accident. No, we prep, but all of this stuff is just authentic. It's real. Whether you like us, whether you hate us, whether you love us, y'all continue to show us support and continue to pop in and keep continuing to pop in. Because like OG said, we just getting started. And, you know, best is yet to come for us, man. I know y'all see all those other platforms really, you know, getting the notoriety that they've been working on. And big shout out to them. But we are on the way. We're on the way. And it's going to be a little different this way.
Real quick. Oh, go ahead, Fabian. No, go ahead.
Go ahead, real quick. You got it.
No.
Come on, man.
No, because if you want to finish, because I'm done with kissing y'all asses in that chat. Y'all can all go to hell. All right, let's get it over with.
Well, Darlene was asking about the merch, and I think you know we try to use. Wait,
just wait a minute. Don't you ever question my love for you, girl? Don't do that. Don't you ever question my love for you, girl. See, now you're gonna make me hit you on the side. You're gonna make me call you on the side like, yo, listen, no, listen. You understand? I love you, girl. Love you, Darlene B, for real.
Hey, Darlene, watch yourself now. You should only have one.
Niggas get jealous. You see, niggas get jealous.
Hold on. You should only worry about one person up here having love for you. Listen, you have me and Fleet. Put them up. You know what I mean? Listen.
Is Darlene B prime Tony Braxton out here? What is she shaking the group?
But yeah, I know Fabian, you was gonna respond to her about the merch real quick before we get out of here. Go ahead,
yeah.
Because I want to bring up a topic and maybe we could discuss it, but I want to leave us on a little nugget. But go ahead, Fabian.
Of 1,000,000%. Just if y'all have any other ideas, I know about the Spring website and other websites that have the drop shipping stuff with the merch, but we don't. AllBall always says this: we ain't trying to be cheap with nothing, man. like we really do this. Like everything we put in, the work we put in, is with the quality that we do it with. So y'all can hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hearing something else. It's the quality that we put in, the work that we put in. We don't want to just put anything out there, but we want to see how we can do a little by little. Can we put the the t-shirts out there, the mugs out there, start off with that. That's part of the game plan, and just keeping it like 1,000 with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We just trying to do this, to be honest, make this a living, because we believe in ourselves. Like I say it on and off the live, all ball, Flea, Dom, these are Kels, Uncle Lights, these are all superstars to me. And any which way we can help, especially them, us together. I ain't trying to make this, what you call that, a hotline when Nico used to go for the whole day, a telethon. I don't want to make it a telethon, but we definitely got to show everybody what it is on this side. So just let us know in the comments, hit us, on the side as Flea put it. And that's all. With as far as the merch goes, we setting that up.
Hey Fabian, real quick, if you want to read Ahmed Belfort, he gave a super chat. Definitely got to read that off.
Ahmed Belfort. Salute, fellas. Y'all doing a formidable job. Straight, honest content. I'm a 50-year-old diehard Knicks fan, so I can appreciate your input. Well on your way to 10 grand. Salute. Ahmed.
Man, dope. That's love.
Because we don't see the comments like too many comments, and then a lot of comments get lost. But that's why I guess the super chats are important, and for you to just to say that is incredible. I don't want to get all mushy like AllBall saying. Talking about being mushy. We just appreciate the recognition, man. We appreciate that we come on here and people they feel how we feel. That's really what the bottom line is. Because if we were crazy, wouldn't nobody show up?
Well, listen, man, we need y'all to become members. Subscribe. Like I said, hit the like button. But before we run, let's get back to basketball, man. Before we run, I have a new candidate for me that should be the next head coach of the New York Knicks. Big shot, Chauncey Billups. Let me explain, Flea. Yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there.
Yo, it was good to see everybody tonight. Love everybody in the chat.
Bye, Felicia. Fuck is you talking about? Right? Chauncey Billups was railroaded in Portland. They literally gave him a job that what he's doing now, they probably thought was impossible. What have I always been saying for this season? The only way we're going to win a championship is if we play that Detroit Pistons style basketball. Now, I know we don't have the defenders like them. Ho! Tori B. Watch yourself, girl.
I got smoke for her. Go ahead.
I'm still going to show you love. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant. Tori B is in the building. Fellas, show love.
Laturia.
Yeah. Listen, don't you ever miss us again, girl. Still love though. but Flea, I would love. I think Chauncey Billups is young enough. He has the cachet. He has the championship. I think Brunson reminds me of Chauncey Billups. I think he has a lot to teach to the game of basketball, and I know certain coaches may be far-fetched when we talk about a Steve Kerr, a Mike Malone. But when we talk about a Chauncey Billups and we see what he's doing in Portland, I'm going to be honest. For me, I think that should be the next Knicks head coach. I think with that right there, you would have a nice nucleus. So for me, fellas, my new candidate at the top of the list, Chauncey Big Shot Billups.
I think he's unproven, Flea. That's my thing with Chauncey. I think he's unproven,
and that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at the choice, right? I'm not mad at the potential of what he could do for us. I'm not mad at that, but I just think for where we trying to go, he's got to do a little more over there for me. A 2-week stretch and then playing good basketball doesn't tell me that Chauncey could go from Portland to New York and things would be great. Again, I'm not mad. I think that's a great option, OG. I think that's great. I just
but hold on. Y'all said, because now we give an extra 5 minutes because we love our people. Y'all say he's unproven. Darvin Ham was unproven. JJ Redick was unproven. Steve Nash was unproven. And all three of them got, well, hold on. Darvin Ham was an assistant coach. So, cool. But the job Steve Nash and JJ Redick got out the gate, they were unproven. Why would Chauncey Billups be unproven?
I think the JJ Redick thing, those are all, that's a great counter and a great point. Steve Nash, we were all skeptical about. Darvin Ham, we were skeptical about. JJ Redick, we just saw his resume. I'm always going to stress the fact that he proved himself to us, what he knows about the game, how he would do when, who's great at what time. He was an encyclopedia on a nightly basis, damn near, breaking down games. I didn't see Darvin Ham doing that. I didn't see Steve Nash doing that. I haven't seen Chauncey Billups doing that, but that does give you credence. But what I will say is that to take that next step, who's been a rookie coach that didn't come from their own team? Meaning, we saw Ty Lue get off the bench as an assistant, lead them to the championship over there in Cleveland. We saw Joe Mazzulla on the bench as an assistant, lead them to a championship over there in Boston. So they knew what they were getting from their rookie coaches. But who's the rookie coach that's been to the championship, that took a championship level team that was ready to keep going and took him to the chip? Not to say Chauncey's a rookie, but I don't know if we've seen championship level from him. Who's the guy that just came up out of nowhere and won in their first year without being on the bench first?
Darvin Ham will never get another head coaching job in the NBA ever again. Steve Nash will never get a head coaching job in the NBA ever again. Those two guys will never be head coaches in the NBA ever again. So yeah, OG he's right. They did get opportunities and weren't proven. But at the same time, I just think we are in too much of a delicate spot to fire Thibs. I'm fine, but just go grab anybody, because I promise you, over the years, I've gotten a chance to get to know you, OG, on a personal level and on this. I thought I was the diehard Knicks fan. I thought I was a rabid Knicks fan. Sometimes I think you got me beat. Sometimes I think you got me beat by how much you love these Knicks. If you think you are pulling out the hair that's on your head right now with having Tom Thibodeau and the things that we're going through, if we have incompetence on the side, just not even prepared for the lights and what is asked of being a Knicks head coach, we need to be careful of who we bring in here. That's all I'm saying. I'm going to always say it. Good head coaching doesn't come a dime a dozen in the NBA. It just doesn't.
Yeah, but we can't, and I say this all the time, we can't, as Knicks fans, continue to keep what's the word I be using? Well, we can't continue to keep making excuses to not go after great players or good coaches. We need a change. I'm not saying, because now you say, Flea, we need a plan. There's some plans that's out there. I'm sorry, there is plans that's out there. And if we keep that convinced, if we keep continuing to convince ourselves that we don't need this, we don't need that, or we keep making excuses, why do we keep going down the same road? Why? There's only really maybe 4 or 5 successful coaches in the NBA. If we want to be real, if we want to be real, right? If we want to be realistic, but there's some guys that with maybe the right roster, they could become one of those. So for me, we got to be careful, because let's not forget LeBron James didn't like Spoelstra. He wanted Spoelstra out of here. So, I think Chauncey Billups, what he's doing in Portland, I'm just picturing him with that Knicks roster, with a point guard that he can actually help win a championship. Because you got to remember, Big Shot Billups, the ultimate leader. So I just feel, I like Sam Cassell. Y'all remember, I was high on Sam Cassell before anybody was talking about that.
I like that too.
But me now seeing what Chauncey Billups can do under pressure, because let's be realistic, they did him dirty in Portland. Did him dirty. He didn't fold. He
wanted a job. Let's be honest too. He wanted a head coaching job. And some of these some of us, let's keep it real. Some of us are gonna take the job that's given to us. Steven Silas left the Houston Rockets crying. His last day as coach, he was crying. Like,
but
I
to
hear
all
what you're
balls,
saying, OG. You're right, but sometimes we get put in a position where we gotta take. Everybody ain't Darvin Ham, like you were saying. Darvin Ham got to coach the Lakers. Everybody ain't Darvin Ham.
Flee, to all balls point, if there is anything that gives me even more push, I'm okay with Chauncey Billups. When he got that job, now that he was, as all ball was talking, I was thinking they put whatever he was going through in his personal life when he got locked up or whatever. To come into the game, you get a job and they put you on Front Street like that. Now you're dealing with the big boy era. Chauncey Billups got the personality. He led though crazy ass Rasheed Wallace, big ass Ben Wallace. That Detroit team took him to the finals. He was a former knucklehead. And he even said, after coming to my own, I came of age in Minnesota. KG helped me out. There's a lot to him that this team can learn from. And he has, it seems like, the personality and the way he carries himself, where he ain't playing no games. He has the point guard mentality. Ime Udogos of the world. It's tough to really pinpoint who. Joe Mazzulla. There's even Tom Thibodeau's personality. Up until recently, it was no nonsense. He seemed very confident in himself. So I gotta give him his props for that. Just the way he was able to handle being introduced to Portland like that, because that was foul. I forgot how he.
Spot. I hear what OG is saying. I'm saying. I think it was a hand in hand. Like, he really wanted the job, and like OG said, they gave him some shit job. Like, here, go try to swim. Yeah. B. Willis, let Woody go home, man. Woody retired from Indiana. Let him go home now.
Yeah,
let Woody go home now.
Listen, if and I keep saying it, and I'm gonna keep repeating it, we have to come along with the times. Mm-hmm. Right now, what's popping? You got young coaches. Chauncey Billups is relatable. He was coached by Larry Brown. He played in big games. He know what it takes. And I think a locker room will respect him tremendously. And I think that's what we're missing. Tom Thibodeau's not relatable. I'm sorry. And, I think his style of play, the way he coaches, guys don't like it. So, we also need somebody that, guys they're going to want to come here to play for. Certain coaches guys want to play for. So look at what KD said about Golden State. They played the right style of basketball. That's why I went there. If Golden State didn't play the right style of basketball, they wouldn't have had none of that. Why guys run to go play for LeBron James? They like the style. So for me, we got to be careful and, keep going down that same rabbit hole over and over and over again. Because if Thibs is there for the next 2 to 3, 4 seasons, are we going to be having these same discussions every other night once again on Knicks Rehab? We have to come to a point where it's like, okay, we did the same thing for 5, 6 years. It didn't work. We're going to have to try something new. And for me, it starts with coaching. And I'm going to leave it at this. I think with a better coach, because I'm tired of kicking Thibs down while he's down. I'm not, but I feel, okay, if y'all want to say Thibs a good coach, okay. But I think with a better coach, I think we will be a better team. And it won't be record-wise. It will be playing style and the product we put on the floor. Being competitive and being in those big games. Because like I said, when we play against the big dogs, we get embarrassed, fellas. And for me, that does something to me. I'm sorry. And I think with a better coach, listen, man, I think we'll be much better.
I got a question. Please don't answer me right now, because we about to get up out of here. But I got a question. Comments. I got a question for y'all. Okay, Thibs, not the guy. We get a good guy. We get a coach in here who is going to be a better coach, right? Let's say it is Chauncey. Let's say whoever. Let's say it's your pick of the litter, OG. If you could have one coach in the league right now, you could go get him, whoever that is. I want to know, can Karl-Anthony Towns be the best player on a championship team? Don't answer me right now. Sleep on that for a second. Rest on that. We talking coaching and all of this and that. Can Karl-Anthony Towns be the best player on a championship level team?
Can I just ask you a question? I'm not going to answer it. that Detroit Pistons team, who was the best player?
One team out of 75
No,
years. I'm asking you a question. Can Carl Anthony
no,
Towns?
you told me don't answer. I'm asking you to answer mine. I listened to you.
Yeah.
I'm asking you on that Detroit Pistons team, who was the best player? Or was it any given night, it could have been anybody?
The way they defended anybody, they were historically great on the defensive. Historically great. You can't find hardly any other teams to play defense the way they did. They held you to 80 points a night. So for that, yes, anybody could beat a man on any given night. We don't defend like that. So again, I answered your question. Carl Anthony Towns, can he be the best player?
You said don't answer. You said don't answer. So I'm not answering.
Don't.
King Speech, put your see if you could click when you go to your account on your YouTube.
Oh, for his link,
copy,
right?
Yeah, copy the link and just put it in the chat so people could jump on it, or even leave a comment when we're done with the live so that it stays in everybody's face, even though whether it's the live or offline, because there's two different chats. When you're done with the live, that's a different chat. Fellas, it's been wonderful. Apparently, when we get together and we're on our A game, we're a bunch of degenerates. Straight DX style out here, man. Break it down.
I need this. Yo, RP, stop being stingy.
Hey.
You got my
I love it. I love it.
Great. That's great.
I love it.
Apparently, Luka Doncic scored 29 points in the first half. First person is Kobe. Kobe did that 8 times as a Laker.
What's the score?
But I don't care what. They probably getting thumped.
Exactly. What? They're down 20.
They're down 22 now.
They down 20?
The Lakers is.
Oh, they getting thumped.
Yo, let me just say this real quick before we get out of here. Y'all know Luka he was questionable tonight at first for an ankle. Let me find out he don't want to play unless LeBron James is on the court with him. Mind your business. That's what I'm saying. You ain't got nothing to do with this.
I didn't say nothing.
You ain't got nothing to do with this.
I didn't say nothing.
Remember, look, hey, Fabian, remember LeBron go down? They good. They good.
Oh my God, this nigga is a lunatic, yo.
I know Flea hates this, but I guess Channing Frye and Richard Jefferson were talking about the Thibs thing again.
I had a conversation with Thibs about playing the bench a little bit more, saying as he believes that the bench deserves more, maybe back off a bit with the starters' minutes.
If your bench is not empowered, if you can't go to number 8 or 9 to make a difference, you're not going to beat the Cavs or Boston or even the Orlandos or the Milwaukees.
What's their record versus those teams? What's their record versus those teams?
They haven't won.
Not very good. I think it's 1
Okay, and next time they might drop.
When he was addressing Mikal Bridges and he was saying something along the lines of, basically breaking down what his strategy is and how many minutes guys play. And I get it. Thibs we used to tell Thibs in Boston when he was an assistant coach, hey bro, like you got to go on a date or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? You got to go do something. Like, get your ass up out this office. Like, real talk, we used to have to tell him this. Like, you're not beating Thibs to the gym. Thibs used to have me in there watching film on the fucking VCR. This is no lie. Hey, if I see, we're playing against a LeBron or a Jason Tatum or a Kevin Durant, I'm matching my wings with their wings, right? And I was just like, okay, you somewhat got a point there. Mikal Bridges, and it's like, bro, I feel you, but the Knicks gave up a whole lot to get you. OG Anunoby, the Knicks gave you a bag. I think his contract extension was probably more than Jalen Brunson. Thibs like, motherfucker, we gonna get that up out of y'all. Now, is it right? No, it's not right, but I'm just saying, I can see Thibs thinking that way. You know what I mean? I remember when KG went out, Thibs was the one that was on dock. I was playing like 43 minutes a game. I was like, Thibs, what the fuck? Well, what you here for? You put in the work. You don't want the minutes? I'm like, all right, cool. But
nice little rant that Channing has. Started in the media yet again. Here.
I think that's it.
I ain't got no response to that. You know, I just laugh when guys like Shannon Fine, RJ, you know, they, you know, I know that that type of laugh, you know, that type of smugness where it's almost like as if they put everybody on to that. That's how they come off. They shit like Kendrick Perkins. The yellow turtleneck is horrendous. But you know, you my guy. Lord have mercy, yellow turtleneck. Being honest, but them dudes, like I said, they come off like as if, oh, we told you so. Man, on Knicks Rehab, we've been talking about that forever, man. So, you know, big shout out to them. You know, we ain't no haters.
So now I got to get rid of my yellow turtleneck that I'm looking at right now. I got to get rid of that shit.
Yeah,
right?
Yes. What are you talking about?
I'm gonna get rid of
what I'm gonna say.
I'm gonna get
what
rid
I'm
of
gonna say. No, because you my brother. Yes, get rid of that shit.
I'm gonna get rid of it. I'm gonna get rid of it. I just looked up and glanced at it when you said. I was like, oh shit, let me get rid of it.
Mustard. So what? I'm gonna take what Kendrick Perkins said, clip it up with something else that we said earlier in the video. Please, what's your reaction to that, real quick?
Listen, yeah, NBA niggas, they always wanna like OG said, they want to sound like they said some fly shit, right? And I ain't gonna lie, I validate other niggas shit before I will validate Channing Frye. Channing, shut up. Shut up. Shut the hell up. We understand that guys play high minutes under Thibs. We get it. We get it. I already gave myself some homework because I'm gonna come back with some stuff because I want to see what kind of minutes guys was playing in a more physical league, in a league that was more physical, that had the best players ever, right? I want to see. I want to just take a peek at how minutes were allotted 25, 30, 40 years ago. I want to take a peek. With all this fly shit that they got now, all this recovery shit that they got now, I want to see, like, and I'll do that homework on my own.
Well, real quick, Fabian, you know, I like that Kendrick Perkins responded because he played for Thibs. So I like to hear his opinion. And I had no problem with his opinion. I have no problem. Let me be realistic. I have no problem with that mindset. I have no problem with a coach telling the player, nigga, we gave this up for you. You got to play, but it has to be, it has to be strategic. You know, you got to figure out a way. If a guy going to play 40 minutes, how those 40 minutes are being played. We play some of the toughest, hardest basketball games night in and night out. So it's almost like, you know, it's tough. But I have no problem with Kendrick Perkins said. And, you know, him saying, you know, you ain't going to beat Thibs to the gym. And all that's fine and dandy. But at the end of the day, I don't care how tough pose you are on me. If you're not teaching me the game, if we're not, you know, you're a defensive-minded head coach. Bridges and OG should be Defensive Player of the Year candidates. We should have two of those on the team. If we're not looking like that, if we're looking like one of the worst defensive teams in the NBA, see how many times you break it down. How, you know, our assignments is just ridiculous. That Atlanta game had us all going crazy. When we watch Atlanta run that back screen alley-oop 3-4 times in a row, just basically just violated us. So for me, I love what Kendrick Perkins said, but at the same time, we have to be honest. That time, Thibs had the guys that you can do that with. The Tony Allens, the Kendrick Perkins, the Kevin Garnett's, the Rondos, the Ray Allens, even the Paul Pierce. Bruh, the team you have now, like you said, Flea, with that Detroit that I kind of, you know, make us similar to. We don't have those type of guys on the defensive end. So, bro, you got to figure something else out. So, you know, I love that Kendrick Perkins says something. And, you know, we adopted Kendrick Perkins as family now, or, you know, with the Knicks teams. But I love that he has something to say because he played for Thibs. So he understands more than anybody.
Yeah, he doubled down on the fact that even back then the players were telling him he got to change. What AllBall say? Simple and plain. Like, I don't. So you just double down on what we were saying after arguing with Stephen A. Smith on the air, telling us otherwise. And it's okay. You could be wrong, Kendrick Perkins. It's all good. But, you know, it's Mikal pointed to his stubbornness. He pointed to the fact that Thibs has his ways. And, you know, it is what it is with this. You got to go on a date. Somebody tell you go go take a young lady out at work. Something's up with you, man.
He broke off his engagement because he loved basketball so much.
Like all these things, it ain't add up to no ring. So you're gonna look back on it and start, regretting some shit, man. Let's be honest. Like, so you lost 2 rings. That's what they said on the internet when that came out. When that news came out, they said, "Oh, so you lost 2 rings, Thibs." They were wilding on Twitter. But what is the point of all that sacrifice? It's just like what AllBall says all the time. Yo, bro, we keep doing the same thing over and over again. Ain't it the definition of insanity? So, it's not a good thing. We get it. You want to be known as that's the Mamba mentality of coaches. All right, cool, bro. You got it. You a hard worker. We get it. But your players are starting to revolt on you, man. And former players are coming out. That's what Stephen A. Smith is talking about. This is the media. Now it's starting to come out to this place where you can't escape it. And they're going to have to answer these kind of questions because it might come up again. And I've been saying this since the playoffs. That's when I said it. I ain't wait to know next season. I said it back then when we won a playoff series. Yo, I don't like how he got. Nah, you didn't do that right. You played Precious in game 4 or 6, whatever it was. That was dumb.
Hey, listen, we brought in great basketball minds. We brought in champions. Derek Fisher, 5-time champion. We brought in Jeff Hornacek, played in the finals plenty of times. We brought in Phil Jackson, the guru. Like, we've done a lot pre-Thibs. We was doing a lot of goofy shit, trying to figure out what was best. We bring in Thibs. We're a perennial playoff team. Some of the best basketball we've played in years. And now get him the fuck out of here. Gotta love us, man. Gotta love us. Got to love us.
Thank you, Flea.
Gotta love us.
Before we run,
17 wins with Derek Fisher, y'all. That's a 5-time championship player that played next to Kobe Bryant and was coached by Phil Jackson. Walked in here and couldn't even get 20 wins. Go ahead, OG.
I got some mean words with Phil Jackson still, man. I'm just leaving him alone. He's already great.
Why? If somebody begged you to take their money,
nah.
Listen,
nah.
I don't know. Hold on. You didn't let me finish.
Take Pat Riley.
I didn't like what Phil Jackson did, but once again, if somebody is begging you to rob them and you turn them down 2-3 times, give me anything. And you turn them down 2-3 times, and they just on and on and on. Yo, man, just take the money. Oh, okay, but I'm just letting you know I'm not going to no away games. I'm not doing none of that, and I'm not coaching. Oh, and by the way, I'm not doing no GM, and I'm gonna just do whatever. And you still give them the money, but no.
Nah. Hold on. Stay right there for 2 seconds. You did all that. You didn't have to go on a road, and you couldn't come up with no game plan. You had everything curtailed to you, and you came up with that bullshit. Baby, even if you had Steve Kerr, I get what you're saying, bro. They
missing the point, bro.
Oh, here we go. I'm not missing nothing, bro.
Yeah,
they
gave
him the money. I'm not. They gave him the money. I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, there's no way you're supposed to be the competent basketball mind, and you came up with 0 game plan. His game plan was trash. That part of his legacy is not talked about. Even though y'all keep talking about his 20,000 rings, that he had the greatest players of all time on his roster. He ain't no Pat Riley's, all I'm saying. He ain't no Jerry West is all I'm saying. Put it out there. Don't give a fuck if he robbed the money.
Who Pat Riley
robbed the money?
Who Pat Riley won with?
I'm sorry?
Who Pat Riley won with?
He did it on 2-3 different teams, bro.
No, I just asked who he did. I just asked who he won with.
No. What I'm saying, okay, cool. But he led
No. Flea, man. Hold on.
All right.
Because he want to make a point. I want to allow him to make his point.
Right.
We know Phil Jackson won with Kobe, Shaq, Mike. Do you bring up Pat Riley? Who Pat Riley won with? Name those guys.
He brought the greatest players to his team, bro. Ain't no stumbling and bumbling. What did Pat Riley do? Garbage.
Yo, Pat Riley had.
This guy's out of here. Magic. Get your man out of here,
bro. Who Pat Riley won with?
He didn't bring nobody. Pat Riley did his job. He made the Miami Heat relevant. What you talking about? Miami Heat were garbage.
Hold on.
What the hell are you talking about?
Hold on.
Get this guy out of here, please.
Hold on.
He went and signed Zoe. He went and got Tim Hardaway.
Made him competent.
Hold on. When Phil Jackson got to Chicago, were they champions?
Perennial playoff team. Doug Collins had them in the playoffs every year.
All right. I tell you who's not fit the next Phil Jackson, and we see how he looking now without LeBron James, right?
Oh,
y'all have a good night.
Y'all, he did it. He did it, y'all. I didn't think he was gonna do it. Yeah, get me out of here. I didn't think he was gonna do it.
I know who's not the next Phil Jackson.
You did it, OG.
And once again, when I'm right about this, they will do a documentary on me, or I'm gonna do it myself. Once again, I've been the first to say, and my brothers can attest to this, when they brag and boast about JJ Redick, what have I always said? He has fucking LeBron James and Luka Doncic. I said, if he wins a championship, then we can talk. You see how he's been looking without LeBron, right? Lost to the Nets. About to get blown out by a team coached by the Black Cat. Do y'all see JJ Redick on the sideline tonight? Ooh, that boy looks stressed. That boy looks. When LeBron went down, AD held it down. But they got Luka. The next Larry Bird.
If JJ Redick starts losing his hair,
sensational, sustainer, capital S. What's your man in that be talking like that, Fleet?
Dickie V,
baby. They got Luka.
Dandy.
They got Luka. He's a diaper dandy.
He only waits for them when they triple and fall on the floor. Fleet.
He's nasty.
This guy,
nasty.
You talk about, when they say, yo, don't kick a man while he's down?
Yo.
AllBall's the epitome. Don't do this. He is the sign when they say, don't kick a man while he's down. They put an X over AllBall with the Scully on, with his foot, kicking somebody in the back of their head.
Took his glasses off, cleaned them before he got busy on niggas. He is insane, yo. He will only go at these niggas when they have their backs on the floor. When they're down, that's the only... The Lakers could win 14 straight games. You couldn't find him. He will hide. We better be winning. The Knicks better be winning during that. If we not, oh, Lord have mercy. Can't find my OG. Where is he?
I used to call him, come on, yo, we going live. He's like,
you'll find me tonight. You'll find me tonight after this game. That's that. Yeah. Bet that.
Yo, my bad. I don't think I played everybody's intros, man. Are we live?
Big Flea. Oh, man, I love y'all, man. Big Flea, never the little one, y'all. Appreciate it. AllBall
suckers. Hey, Flea. Watch the JJ Redick talk tomorrow morning. Watch how the media totally flip on him.
And say, can he really coach?
Nope. See, now, Flea, that's what I'm talking about. When I said the pressure's on Luka, bet they won't put it on JJ Redick. Watch what they do.
He changed
Wrong way.
Look, you panicking. Look, you under the pressure like JJ Redick up here. Yeah, talking all that shit.
Nope. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, okay.
Luka Doncic is under pressure. More pressure than JJ Redick.
Thomas Banks, I'm with you. St. John's in the Final Four. Let's get it.
Ooh. To the 4?
Let's get it. To the 4. Patino.
In the meantime, everybody, let's watch the Lakers lose tonight. Please.
Kadari Richmond. RJ Lewis. St. John's. Let's get to it.
Damn, it don't work no more.
Hold on.
So
it should.
Nope.
No more
Get him out of here. Big hater. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.